Hello. What's your name again?
My name is Thea.
Yeah, and thank you for your time, and thank you for allowing me to interviewing you. Okay, so first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
You're from Canada. Okay, so my first question is, what do you think about this whole lockdown? Hello. Yeah, good. What's your name again?
Bernard.
Bernard.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet you, and thanks for your time.
Should have done it earlier.
They should have done it earlier. Well, they are doing it. I think 1 year ago. It's pretty much. Selamat pagi. Wah gila, pagi-pagi bangun terus lihat. Wow, nggak kelihatan. Gila, berkabut banget. Bener-bener gokil. Biasanya ini kan view-nya kan lo bisa ngeliat gedung-gedung gitu. Tapi sekarang nggak kelihatan apa-apa. Pagi-pagi bangun, gue mau anterin nyonya. Mau anterin nyonya dulu pergi. Why do I sound like Joe Biden? That sounds like a Joe Biden. Oke, gue mau anterin nyonya dulu ke situ. See you guys. Halo sahabat Outland, apa kabarnya? Semoga kalian selalu dalam lindungan Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala ya. Hari ini seperti yang gue bilang di video gue, di video-video gue yang lain, gue nggak apa-apain, gue jobless, nggak punya kerjaan karena lockdown, tapi gue tetap keluar. Gue sekarang lagi ada di Opera House, daerah Opera House lah. Gitu, bisa kalian lihat sendiri di belakang gue tuh Opera House nggak kelihatan dikarenakan ya inilah karena winter, jadi kabutnya sangat tebal banget. Jadi hampir nggak kelihatan gitu loh, semua tuh bener-bener nggak kelihatan. Coba gue kasih lihat sama kalian ya. Di belakang gue itu kan jembatan Harbour Bridge gitu loh, tapi benar-benar nggak kelihatan. Dan di sana ada Opera House seperti biasa, nggak ada kehidupan ya. Ada beberapa orang lah ya, itu ada satu orang tuh di sebelah sana, dia lagi ngambil gambar. Jadi kayaknya banyak peluang lockdown ini banyak digunakan sama orang-orang fotografer, sama mungkin vlogging ya, orang-orang yang suka bikin vlog gitu loh, video vlog. Mereka pada keluar semua karena momen-momen begini kan bisa dibilang jarang gitu loh, jarang banget orang bisa ngambil gambar tanpa ada lalu lalang orang gitu loh ya. Gue hari ini pengen coba lihat ke Opera House lebih dekat lagi, terus sama ada beberapa kafe-kafe yang ada di sana. Dan kalau bisa, gue pengen coba bertanya sama orang-orang yang lagi berkeliaran di daerah ini. Gue pengen bertanya sama mereka, gimana sih menurut mereka lockdown ini gitu loh. Ikutin gue terus ya. Oke, jadi sekarang gue ada di lokasi di mana biasanya banyak kapal pesiar yang berlabuh di daerah sini, gitu loh. Jadi ini nih terminal ya, terminal for orang-orang yang berhenti di Sydney, gitu loh, dari kapal pesiar. Biasanya kapalnya berhenti di sini dan jembatan ini nih, persis ini dia connect begitu langsung ke ke docknya, gitu loh. Cuman untuk sekarang benar-benar nggak ada kegiatan ya, gitu loh. Ferry-ferry yang ada di sini aja bisa dibilang it's not moving, so there is no activity at all. But it's such a beautiful day. I mean, such a beautiful city, except it's not really that beautiful. The weather, it's a bit gloomy, but anyway. Contoh salah satu restoran yang ada di depan Opera House, lihat kosong belompong, tidak ada orang. Ini juga tidak ada kegiatan. Jadi biasanya sebelum lockdown ini terminal kapal pesiar ini sangat luar biasa sibuk ya. Biasanya bisa sampai 2 atau 3 kapal pesiar yang mendarat di sini, yang berlabuh di sini, gitu loh. Jadi hampir lumayan banyak biasanya. Cuman dikarenakan COVID, tadi udah lebih dari setahun, ya hampir kapal pesiar nggak ada yang datang ke sini. Bar yang sangat amat sibuk banget. Entah itu weekend, hari biasa, ini selalu sibuk. Apalagi kalau sore ya, gitu loh. Ini bar luar biasa sibuknya. Karena lihat aja view-nya. Jadi nggak salah kalau bar ini sibuknya luar biasa. Dan sekarang sama sekali nggak ada kehidupan, kosong. Oke guys, jadi hari ini gue lagi jalan-jalan daerah sini dan kebetulan gue ketemu ada orang yang lagi jalan dan mau diinterview, gitu loh. Jadi hampir sebagian yang orang lewat gak ada yang mau diinterview. Jadi kebetulan ada seseorang yang bisa diinterview dan gue mau tanya-tanya sedikit sama dia. Hi, hello. What's your name again?
My name is Thea.
Thea, and thank you for your time and thank you for allowing me to interviewing you. Okay, so first of all, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
You're from Canada. Okay, so my first question is, what do you think about this whole lockdown here?
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I'm glad that we're all staying safe and we're all taking measures to making sure the community will recover quickly, but also it is very tough on a lot of people and a lot of families, and a lot of people are out of work right now, so that can definitely be a struggle.
Yeah.
And also being alone, being isolated is tough for most people.
Yeah. Well, since you mentioned you're from Canada, so obviously you're a student or
Yes,
you're
I'm
a student.
yes.
Okay. So majority student that living in Australia, living in Sydney especially, they get hit really so bad because I'm not sure about the government having stimulus package for all the students. I'm not really sure about that, but is it really affecting your job or your study?
Well, as an international student, it's affecting my job my studies quite a bit, as well as work. It's definitely challenging as a student. A lot of the classes were transitioned online, so it's a new platform of examinations, it's a new platform of learning. You're not around your peers every day. There is still some online classes, but who knows what that's going to be like after lockdown as well. And then, not to mention that international students are away from their families. Like, I haven't seen my family in over 2 years now, so it's been really tough.
Wow, 2 years! Oh my god! So you've been away for 2 years and you can't even go out the borders. and then you just have to be stuck here.
Yeah, or else I won't be able to get back in. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah, staying here is the price you have to pay for an education.
Oh,
sometimes,
that's so tough. So, and are you working currently, or?
Yeah, so I do some paralegal work on the side, and that definitely has been interesting in this time as well. In the legal system, you do see that they've had to adapt and do a lot of things online, like certain court processes are now held via Zoom, and so that's also been a major transition just with the legal system altogether, really trying to adapt and accommodate everyone because there is a big backlog in cases. So
Okay, yeah, so it looks like the impact is so bad to all students, yeah? So now, in terms of the financial, okay, if you want to share a little bit, so because you're saying that you are working, so is it affecting your hours? Is it affecting your income because of this whole lockdown? Do you get some sort of support from the government or from the place where you work?
Yeah, so the Australian government doesn't help international students and there isn't many opportunities for assistance on that regard. I'm not sure about Australian students. I'm assuming that there is probably scholarships that you can apply for that are COVID related, but overall international students are pretty much left on their own, which is challenging. I know a lot of international students are looking for work as well, and it's already hard to get a job as an international immigrant.
Yeah.
So
Well, don't worry. Like
Yeah.
we're all immigrant. Like I myself, I'm an immigrant, so I'm running a business, and it is affecting me a lot as well. So all my workers and everybody pretty much is in the same boat. Now, my other question is, what do you think about this whole COVID? No, you can say honestly, like it's just like, because people these days have different opinion, you know what I mean? Everybody has their own opinion about COVID. Some believe, some don't. Well, personally, to be honest, the virus is out there, personally, but I think somebody just taking advantage and blowing up out of the service and trying to scare people. That's me. But if you have your own opinion, that's
I do
totally
have my
fine.
own opinion. So I don't think that it's been blown out of proportion. I think the media does have a tendency to use scaremongering tactics, but that's just with any single topic that the media reports on, because then you get more viewership.
Yeah.
Whereas with the pandemic, I do think it is as serious as everyone has been saying. The science doesn't lie, and I trust the scientists that are reporting on it, and I don't think that there's any conspiracy theory behind it. Unfortunately, we're a globalized civilization. We're all in contact heavily with each other. We all do international travel, so if one person gets sick, the whole world gets sick. International travel.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
if
Well,
one person gets
then
sick, the
again,
whole world gets sick, unfortunately.
that's it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
then again, like I respect your opinion. You know what I mean? So everybody, like I said, everybody have different opinion when it comes to this. Some call it conspiracy theories. Some call it. It's just. It feels like the world, it's divided by two now. You know what I mean? So yeah. And okay, now I've got another two questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so now my other question is, have you vaccinated?
I am on the waiting list, so I am
Okay.
really excited to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
I have not been vaccinated yet, but
Yeah.
hopefully soon. I don't qualify as one of the minority groups to get vaccinated first and foremost.
Yeah.
So when my round comes up, then I'll definitely.
Do you know when you're on?
No, they haven't put a date on it, sadly, and so that's one thing I do think that could have been done better and managed more effectively and efficiently, because there's a lot of westernized countries that have rolled out the vaccine really quickly. Or even looking at China has 1 billion vaccines and we're still on the wait list here. We're still in lockdown. So.
I think they more giving it to all the residents and permanent residents first, which is a little bit not fair. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of students here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people like working holiday visa. They need to be looked after as well, like yourself. You know what I mean? So now, my last question is, why are you not wearing a mask?
I'm wearing a mask because I'm currently drinking coffee.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So,
okay. Yeah. Well, that is
I
acceptable.
was enjoying the view,
Yeah.
socially distanced.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Just one more question. I'm sorry. So, this whole mask, do you think it's effective? Because a lot of people saying that when you inside a venue or inside a room, you can wear a mask, which just makes sense. But when you outdoor, fresh air, there's the sunlight. What do you think about that?
It just depends on the activity and where you are and how many people are around you. So proximity-wise, there is the scientific evidence that if you're in a room for someone for over 15 minutes and is confined, the likelihood of you getting COVID if they are COVID positive is very high.
Right.
So I think that precautions should be taken regardless of where you are or who you're with. If you are within a community of people that is very close in proximity, you should be wearing a mask, just because you don't know who's immunosuppressed, you don't know who has backgrounds that could be vulnerable. You're just doing that for the greater
I should
good.
stay away. No, I'm just joking. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just protecting people. At the end of the day, I mean, like, surgeons have worn masks for 15 hours while operating on people since the beginning of time. I think we can wear a mask when we go outside, even if it's a slight inconvenience for now.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time. That was explaining a lot of things, because obviously I'm not here to showing people to be not believing in COVID. Like, I do believe in COVID. The virus is out there, but then again, I do have my own opinion. You have your own opinion. So everybody, it's they can share whatever they want to say. You know what I mean? It's just that's opinion. You know what I mean? It's a freedom of choice.
Yeah, freedom of speech.
Yes, freedom of speech. So thank you so much for your time, and hopefully this whole COVID thing will be in, and then you can go back to school, and then you can go back to your career, and
no more masks.
And no more masks. That's the most important part. All right, thanks again. And one more thing, can you say to my viewers in Indonesia?
Oh no.
No.
Oh dear.
Yeah, can you say apa kabar kalian? Apa kabar
Kabar
kalian? Hai sahabat. Hai sahabat. Alblen. Okay. All right. Oh no, what it meant is how are you? And how are you, my fellow friends in Indonesia?
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, alright. Thanks guys. Barusan interview gue sama salah satu yang pengunjung yang lagi lewat di sini. Jadi gue masih mau coba interview orang-orang yang ada di sekitaran sini nantinya. Okay, stay tune and ikutin gue terus ya. Thanks guys. Oke guys, sekarang gue ketemu jadi salah satu orang pengunjung yang ada di sekitaran sini, dan dia juga mau diinterview sama gue. Jadi kita tanya-tanya sedikit yuk sama dia, gimana sih menurut dia tentang this whole lockdown in Sydney. Okay, hello. Hey, what's your name again? Jake, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, can you tell me what do you think about this whole lockdown?
Should have done it earlier.
They should have done it earlier. Well, they are doing it. I think 1 year ago, it's pretty much like a long lockdown. So this second lockdown, do you think more effective, or it's more suffering to the people like you and me?
It's more suffering.
More suffering.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially to all the small businesses out there. It's hard. You know, over the past year and 4 months, it's been the hardest thing we've ever gone through.
Right. Okay, so would you tell me, what do you do for work, and is it affecting your jobs and financially, and obviously the hours where you work?
Yeah, so I own a little bar up in Crow's Nest, not too far from here.
Okay.
Just past the city.
Right.
At the moment, I've got minimal staff on, no money coming in, there's no one out there, everyone's staying home. This has affected me. I've still got to pay rent, still got to pay food. But like, the government hasn't released any announcements for small business support yet.
Okay.
We're kind of hoping that come through, similar to last time.
Right.
But it is taking its time. The second time round.
Right. Okay. No, my other question is, since you hang around here, and if you notice, a lot of people that went past most of them it's wearing a mask, but myself, I don't wear a mask because look, everybody have different opinions. So why don't you wear a mask?
I forgot it. But also, it hasn't been enforced if you're just outside.
Right.
If you're in premise, if
Like-
you're inside a little shop, you have to wear it, which I will. I'll avoid going into shops because I don't have one.
Okay, so what do you think this mask mandate when it's outside? Because personally, to be honest, like if you're outside, what do you need a mask? So what about your opinion?
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, what I'm saying is, like, is it effective for people to wear a mask when they're
I think
outside?
because the air and the surfaces touched are more contained inside premise. You know what I mean? The air outside is a little bit more free flowing.
Right. Makes sense.
Look, we could go into hard, like it's been hypothesized that we could go into hard lockdown next week, and then there's no one outside.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now my last question is, have you taken the vaccine?
No, not yet.
Will you take the vaccine?
I'll take it when someone comes to me and says, "Go get a vaccine." I've got no issues taking it.
Yeah.
I'm letting everyone else go get it first.
Okay.
I don't want to spend a whole day in lines. I
Yeah.
don't want to waste that time. You know what I mean?
Correct. Because when I saw down in Sydney Olympic Park, it's like 100
Yeah.
people queuing up. They spend hours just to get a vaccine. So you're avoiding that,
Yeah.
definitely.
When there's no lines and when someone says go take it, I'll go take it.
All
No
right.
issues.
Okay. Well, Jake, thank you so much for your time, and
man.
hopefully all the best, and
you.
hopefully let's all this COVID things
Hopefully.
it's done, and then we all can go back to business running. We have tourists, and Sydney will be a better Sydney.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries.
Thank you
Thanks
so
very
much.
much. No
Have a good
worries.
one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Oke guys, ini gue sekarang lagi ada di sekitaran The Rock ya, dimana biasanya di pinggir-pinggir ini selalu banyak turis-turis berdatangan, karena hampir sekitar sini nih butik ya, banyak butik, dan juga ada bistro, ada bar, dan juga ada hotel gitu lah. Dan kebetulan dulu ini klien gue cuma dulu ya gitu loh, namanya Observer gitu loh. Dulu klien gue, cuman sama klien gue udah dijual, dan sahabat gue yang bernama Sofyan dulu kerja di sini gitu loh, dia chef di sini. Gokil Sofyan. Jadi The Rock ini bisa dibilang sangat unik ya, bangunan-bangunannya, bentuk lokasinya, bukan bentuk lokasinya, surrounding areanya gitu loh. Kenapa dinamain The Rock? Gue nggak tahu. Gitu. Jadi gue nggak mau tahu. By the way, itu ada salah satu restoran sama kayak restoran yang tadi yang punya klien gue, dan gue masih kerjain itu. Cuman sekarang lagi tutup. Wah, sekarang Harbour Bridge-nya udah kelihatan. Tadi nggak kelihatan. Wah, ini mobil siapa nih? Ada di sini. Mobil orang lah, Blend. Gila. Tuh, bisa kalian lihat sendiri kan. Jadi gue ini sekarang ada di belakang Circle K, ya kan. Jadi ini nama jalannya Hickson Road. Tuh, mungkin kalian nggak terlalu kelihatan ya. Coba gue zoom sedikit. Tuh, Hickson Road. Nah, jadi tempat yang gue tadi jalan di Circle K, yaitu Circle K deket-deket daerah station sama Wolf Gitu. Oh ya, di sini kalau nggak salah ada restoran yang sangat amat digemari sama anak-anak Indo ya. Gitu loh. Pasti kalian semua yang udah pernah ke Australia atau ke Sydney khususnya, kalian tahu. Tuh, itu restorannya. Namanya Pancake on the Rocks. Gitu loh. Jadi sebelum Covid, mereka tuh buka 24 jam. Gokil. Jadi mereka terkenal dengan pancake-nya. Dan sangat enak banget. Gitu loh. Ini salah satu klien gue juga, Six Head, yang pernah gue tampilin di video gue sebelumnya. Jadi kayaknya gue mau coba pindah atau coba keliling tempat lain. And kita lihat situasinya seperti apa gitu loh. Karena di video gue yang kemarin gue nggak sempet bikin video pada saat siang hari di sekitaran sini gitu loh. Makanya gue mau coba ngedisplayin untuk kalian gimana kegiatan di siang hari gitu loh. Alright guys, stick around and I'll be back. Like what Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back. Alright, I'll see you guys soon. Ciao ciao.